What's going on, champions? We're going to dive right into this conversation on today's segment of Financial Friday because I don't want to have to talk any longer than I have to. Just got back from the dentist, routine cleaning, but she did a number on me. But no excuses. We don't make excuses here in this community on Sats and Success. I committed myself to bringing this content to you on a consistent basis, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Shout out to each and every one of you out there who is in grind mode. You're out there, you're working overtime, you have a side hustle, and you're just in grind mode right now. You're in grind mode because you're in this season of your life where you are trying to get out of bad debt. You are trying to get caught up. Heck, some of you might be at the point where you're trying to get ahead and you're putting in all the hours, you're putting in all the work to do just that. But let me caution you about something, okay? Because as you're putting in overtime, as you're working the side hustle, as you're working a second job, and you do get out of the bad debt that you have, and you do get ahead, if you don't change the thing that got you to that point, you're going to end up right back into that point. You'll end up right back where you are right now, trying to get ahead again, trying to pay off bad debt, trying to get caught up. See, I respect the grind. I respect the hustle. Absolutely. I love it. And no matter who you are and no matter where you are on the totem pole, we all have these seasons where we have to be on our grind. We have to be on the grind. Each and every one of us, don't care who you are. But if you don't change the mentality that got you, this group of individuals who's working to get ahead, who's working to get caught up, who's working to eradicate bad debt, if you don't change the thinking that got you there in the first place, you're going to end up right back in the same place. Okay? So as you're working on those things, as you're working on getting caught up, as you're working on eradicating bad debt, as you're working on getting ahead, you have to also at the same time make sure you're working on your mentality. See, the thing that got a lot of people in a bad situation is something bad happened in their life and they weren't prepared for it. So that bad situation then became worse. And we don't want to relive that again. So we have to look back, be very intentional, and say, how did I get to that spot? And how do I make sure I don't make the same mistakes again? Life is about living and learning. It's all about living and learning. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall down. But what we have to do, champions, is make sure we learn from that. There are 3 things that you should be doing to change your mentality so that when you get ahead, when you get caught up, you stay there. You stay climbing, okay? And you don't revert back to the mentality, the same person that got you there in the first place, because you're not going to be the same person. And that's why I bring this content to you here on Sats and Success. I want us all to learn, grow, and get better, all right? And all 4 pillars of our health. Today is Financial Friday, so we're talking about our financial health, but also our spiritual health, our mental health, our physical health. Okay? The 3 things that you guys should be doing to make sure that you never put yourself back in that situation once you're out of this situation is 1, you got to start educating yourself more. You got to take time away from the television, time away from social media, take time away from the things that you do to entertain yourself and educate yourself. 30 minutes a day. There's a lot of good books out there for you to read. And if for those of you who don't like to read, there's a lot of great audio books. With technology today, you can turn your car into a mobile library. That's exactly what I do. I don't listen to music. I am educating myself, taking the time with everything that I got going on to educate myself. So that's the first thing that you can do. All right. The second thing that you can do is there are a lot of great content creators. All right. Tune into my Financial Friday segment. This is what this is about, leveling you up financially. All right. I'm just getting started in this game and I have a lot more to offer, but there are a lot of other content creators that's been in the game longer and have phenomenal content as well. So make sure that you tune in to Financial Friday. If there's other content creators that you enjoy, just make sure that you're learning. Okay, so I just gave you two different ways to learn: reading or listening to good content. The third thing that you guys will have to do is follow the money. There's never, with the rise of social media, there's never been a time ever where it's been so easy to have accessibility to people who are really winning financially. I was listening to billionaire Ricardo Salinas, a Mexican businessman. He was literally talking about how he had 70% of his portfolio, his investment portfolio, in Bitcoin. Like, we've never had people of his stature. I think his net worth is like 5.5 billion. We've never had people of his stature literally giving us their playbook. So I dumb it down because I know I'm not the smartest person on planet Earth. And I listen to people that are smarter than me and I just fall in line. This guy's done something to be worth $5.5 billion. I would venture to say he knows a thing or two. And I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I just have to follow some of the things that he's doing with his businesses and his mentality in terms of investing. Just fall in line, man. So work for me. Work for me. But those are the three things that you guys should be doing. All right. Finding ways to educate yourself either through books or content creation, and study some of these people: Larry Fink, Robert Kiyosaki, Ricardo Salinas. There's a lot of people, Warren Buffett. There's a lot of billionaires out there that's just giving up the game. You just have to pay attention and take the time to listen and humble yourself to listen and apply the things that you're hearing. Okay? I'm going to see each and every one of you guys at the top. Again, kudos to you guys that are out there hustling and working hard. Just make sure that with that grind, you put that mental piece to it. All right. Put that mental piece together with your hustle, with your grind, and there is nothing and nobody that's going to stop you. I know this. I know this. Look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow for Sats on Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.